Assalamu alaikum, this is Ali Jafar and you are watching Charismatic Pakistan. Prime Minister Imran Khan addressed United Nations General Assembly, and there is no doubt that no one can represent Pakistan much better than Prime Minister Imran Khan. Firstly, he talked about COVID-19. He said virus does not discriminate between people and nations. Developed countries must help underdeveloped countries and make sure everyone gets vaccinated as soon as possible. By the grace of Allah Almighty, Pakistan's government tackled COVID-19 extremely well. Prime Minister Imran Khan's smart lockdown policy helped stop the outstretch of COVID-19, which helps save precious lives. As Prime Minister Imran Khan is the Prime Minister of common man. During COVID-19, 15 million families survived through a social welfare program, Ehsaas. Then he talked about climate change. As we all know, today climate change is one of the biggest threats to our planet. Pakistan is in the list of 10 most vulnerable countries which are going to be affected by climate change. To fight climate change, Prime Minister Imran Khan's 10 billion tree tsunami project is one of the biggest effort. World is praising Prime Minister Imran Khan's vision for climate change. Prime Minister Boris Johnson appreciates and invites everybody to follow Prime Minister Imran Khan's 10 billion tree tsunami project. Then he talked about the money laundering. Corrupt political elite used to launder $1 trillion every year of underdeveloped countries to the safe havens in West and offshore countries. Till now, $7 trillion have been looted from the underdeveloped countries and transferred to these safe havens through money laundering. He said it's an alarming situation. When the money looted from the poor countries, the poverty increases in that countries. A time will come when these countries who welcome the looted money will have to build walls on their borders to stop the immigrants from these poor nations. Then he talked about Islamophobia. He said after 9/11, terrorism is attached to Islam, which is completely wrong. Those who are spreading Islamophobia, hatred and extremism towards Islam should be stopped, and a grand dialogue required to overcome the situation. If the world wants to witness the biggest example of Islamophobia, then it is in India, where 200 million Muslims feel unsecured. Muslims genocide. They used to demolish the mosque and historical places of Muslims, but there is no reaction from the world. This silence is a crime. No one in the world is talking about the Indian government terrorism in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. A complete dossier with proofs is presented by Pakistan, but there is no reaction from the world. Under the RSS Hindutva ideology, minorities are not safe in India. Even children and women are not safe there. The worst example is the funeral of Sayyid Ali Gilani, where the family is not allowed to do the funeral according to their will. It's an inhuman act. The world must do something with the people of Kashmir, and India should stop the human rights violation. Then he talked about Afghanistan. He said Pakistan has been blamed for the current situation in Afghanistan. The world must know, apart from Afghanistan, Pakistan is the most affected country by this war on terror in Afghanistan. Pakistan lost 80,000 precious lives and the total loss to economy is over $150 billion. Pakistan is an ally to USA and still we blame for the current situation. Imagine how we feel. More than that, 480 donor attacks conducted by USA in Pakistan. 480 donor attacks conducted by USA in Pakistan, which in results Pakistan faced a severe layer of terrorism. They are bombing everywhere in countries and we are losing the precious lives. From 2004 to 2014, there are 50 militant groups which are fighting against the government. Our only claim was to be the ally of USA. Instead of being appreciated, we are being blamed for the current situation in Afghanistan. He further said when he met Joe Biden, when Joe Biden was a senator, Senator John Kerry and other American politicians, he tried to explain that there will be no military solution in Afghanistan. He appreciates Pakistan Army and ISI. He said without Pakistan Army and ISI, we are not able to survive this terrorism inside Pakistan. He said if today the world wants to know that why Taliban are back in power in Afghanistan, then the world must do a deep analysis that why 300,000 Afghan well-equipped army gave up without fight. The moment this analysis have been done, the world come to know that the current situation in Afghanistan is not because of Pakistan. The world should not neglect the people of Afghanistan. If Taliban fulfill their promises, then it's a win-win situation for everyone. In the end, I must say that Pakistan is blessed with a visionary leader. Stay blessed. Pakistan Zindabad.